What's up? Hold up. Sorry, my bad. It's kind of late. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jarvis. You're with me on my IG, my FB, my YouTube, and the Wisdom app. And it's still Jarvis TV. And I know it's much later than normal, but today was day one of the Impact Rally, and it was absolutely amazing, you all. It was absolutely great. There were some people who had challenges on getting in today because there was some accidents and all that stuff, but it all came together absolutely beautifully, and it was just day one. I'm staying consistent. I'm staying like committed to this process. I know that it's easy when you're doing something else to give yourself the excuse to say, hey, you know what, I can slack off from this. No, I got to stay consistent. I got to stay on top of getting this information out there to you. So we were on the topic of all about the emotions, and talking about all about the emotions. We talked about um, emotional intelligence, introducing you to emotional intelligence, unlocking and using emotional intelligence. Then we started talking about happiness is and what happiness actually is. And then yesterday we dove in and talked about the science of happiness. Now I can continue to go and talk about the science of happiness and go into the philosophy of happiness, but no, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a pause for the cause for today and tomorrow, and we're gonna like just give you a cool little recap of the impact rally. And that's just what we're gonna do. We're gonna give you a recap of the impact rally. Tonight I talked about something. I talked about and I see people jumping on. What's up to all you guys? Dance Hall, that's my girl. What's going on? NY in the building. I see the right assistant, my assistant in the building, holding it down. I But tonight I talked about there was a lot of things that were talked about on tonight. It was really an intro into the weekend, and it was pretty amazing, you all. Like when I say pretty amazing, there was a talk. We talked about manifesting things. We talked about why people are here, why they wanted to be at the Impact Rally. We talked about we had a spoken word. Somebody come up and do some spoken word, and they laid it down. Like Ellis Ford did his thing, and it was very powerful. And then the thing that I did is I had a session called we called it the Impact Rally Roundtable, where it was really an opportunity to find out what everybody wanted, and then I could deliver something, just setting us up to win tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be thick and heavy with some great content, some great information. And one of the things that I talked about, and you probably see it in the caption that's pinned down there, and it is having a steady walk, or it may just say steady walk on your screen. But the reason what I talked about in having a steady walk is basically when we have to understand the exchange. And when you come into an atmosphere or an environment where you can gain knowledge. Every single one of us have books at our house that are sitting on the shelves that we've never read. Every single one of us do. Or we started to read it and we stopped somewhere in the middle, right? And I talked about how we stop because we don't really know or understand the exchange that's happening. I told a story about how I went into my office and I opened a box of books because I was sitting in my office and I looked at my bookshelf and I looked at books and I was looking at the number of books that I hadn't read yet that I purchased. Then I went into another room, opened the box, and it had like all these books in it. And I'm thinking like, dang, I haven't read these books. And so I was curious to find out how much did I pay for a book. So I picked up a book, I looked at it, looked back, it was like 1997 or something like that. So I just said, okay, on average, let's say I spent $20 per book for every single one of these books that are in here. And I did the math on it, and I think it came up to like $400, $500, something like that. And I'm thinking I have $500 worth of information right here that in all reality, if I just picked up one and read it, it could help me birth my $1 million idea. It can help me skyrocket my $1 million career. It can help me get to a whole nother level if I just go in and dive in and understand the exchange of the information. Because in however long this person had to live before they got to a point that they wrote this book, I can get all that information in a month's time, in a week's time, in a 3 months time, whatever the case is, however long it takes me to read that book. And that's kind of where I started at. But I really had people dive back in and look at the things that they said that they wanted from this weekend. We asked the participants, what do you want from this weekend? People, they want the connections. They want new ideas when it comes to their business, new ideas when it comes to networking, new ideas when it comes to just growing on a personal level and on a mental level. They want these things. There were people who mentioned that they wanted to not just get the content, but give me a plan on how to execute this content. Then there's people who want they want to be able to change their mindset and take their entire life to the next level. And when I say their entire life, they want to take their entire life to the next level, from their business, their personal business as an entrepreneur, and how they lead their family and how they lead in the workplace. And we talked about these things. And in talking about these things, I really wanted them to focus on it. And I said the reason why most people walk away from something like this, or they don't show up to something like this, is because they don't understand. They have no true concept of what type of exchange is really happening. I broke down the speakers that are going to be here. We have Bob Mackey, we have Melissa D. White, we have Natasha Knox, we have Trail Donk Webb. And I took those speakers alone and I just broke it down. I said, look at all the look, and I broke down their history and broke it down. I said, these are millions and millions of dollars worth of information and knowledge that these people have that they're bringing to this event for you to be able to take away. But the problem is, a lot of people don't understand the exchange of an event as such. Like something like this is, if it was like for me, I learned a long time ago that I can go, if I go and I sit and I learn from somebody, now I can learn from their mistakes. A smart man will always learn from someone else's mistakes. A smart woman will always learn from someone else's mistakes. Now you have to take the meat and leave the bones. And basically what that is you have to take the things that are for you and leave the things that are not for you. But in my communication with them, I told them that we go through this life and we have to create what is called a steady walk. And I told them we have to create a steady walk because I realized, I understood, I found out that life is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And the only way you can really run a marathon is you have to keep a steady pace. Then I broke it down. I showed them, I asked them if they knew what a steady walk looked like. And when I asked them if they knew what a steady walk looked like, everybody kind of looked at me. And so I went over to the corner and I said, okay, let's paint the picture. You ever seen those movies where the hero gets shot in the stomach or something? He's got shot somewhere and he's holding it, but he sees the vision, he sees the mission that he's got to accomplish. And then I use the example of a movie that Denzel Washington was in. I think it was called like Men on Fire. And it talked about how in that movie, his name was Kwesi. He had to get the little girl to safety, but he was injured himself. But he kind of staggered a little bit. So I began to stagger across the room, holding my stomach and just letting them know, like, hey, you're going to stagger a little bit. This is what a steady walk looks like. Although Denzel Washington in that movie staggered and he was hiding. And this is something that everybody has to understand. People are going to see you from the outside, and when they see you, they don't realize that you're at a steady walk. They think that you just happy-go-lucky, like da 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 da. But if you think about Denzel Washington in that movie, as much as he loved that girl, as much as he saw the mission, he saw the vision, he saw the goal of getting her to the end, he hid the fact that he was injured from her. And that's what we do as individuals. People see us on the outside and they see our walk and they see us moving and bouncing. And they think, oh man, they got everything all together. But the reality is we're bleeding. We're just hiding our wound, and we have to keep a steady walk. And our wounds can be occurred by more than just tragic things. A wound doesn't have to be a loss. It doesn't have to be a bad relationship. It doesn't have to be a job loss. A wound can be something as simple as just not getting the position that you were trying to get. That can wound one person. Another person may brush it off. A wound can be as simple as getting rejected or told no when you are expecting to hear a yes. A wound can be your children not acting right. A wound can be you stub your toe. Like it can be anything that causes you to go to a different space mentally where you're losing focus of what the goal is. You may have a goal. Matter of fact, this is what I want you to do. Think about the big goal that you have for this year. Think about it. Think about the big goal that you have for this year. We all have a big goal that we want this year. We wrote them down. And this is why I say write them down. The only way that you're going to accomplish that goal is you have to create a steady walk. And a steady walk is one where you may step a couple steps and you have to pause for a moment. You might have to pause for a moment because you hit the pothole. You may have to pause for a moment because something gets in your way, that's blocking your path. You may have to pause for a moment because you deal with a loss. You may have to pause for a moment because you look at your account and you get hit with an unexpected bill, and now you got more month than money. You may have to pause for a moment for your car may break down unexpectedly. That may cause you to pause. But just because it causes you to pause, it does not mean that the goal can't still be accomplished. It does not mean that you can't still get to the end of the year and get that thing taken care of. The problem, though, is a lot of people, when they hit a roadblock, they get the flat tire, they run into the hurdle, they give up on the goal for the year because they take it as a sign that it's just not for them. And that's not the case. You thought of it, you dreamed it, you wrote it down, you believe in it, and you have to create a steady walk, right? And that steady walk, like I said, you're the hero in the movie. You've been hit, you're wounded, you're staggering side to side. It may even bring you to your knees, but you got to get back up. Take a deep breath. See the goal that you're trying to accomplish and keep moving to it. You have to wrap your mind around what it is that you actually want this year. What is that thing that you're actually trying to obtain this year? What is the big thing? If you told yourself, hey, this year I'm going to make six figures, then you keep moving until you get to those six figures. If you told yourself, I'm gonna buy myself a new car, you keep, I don't care if you get rejected one time, you go back and get rejected a second time, you go back, you work things out, you get your car this year, keep moving. I don't care if it's you buying a new house this year, you keep moving past, failed closing to failed closing to failed closing, you keep moving. Whatever it is that you said, this is what I want in 2022, you have to take and you have to wrap your mind around it. As a matter of fact, you need to change your mindset. If you came into 2022 with the same mindset as 2021, then there's a problem. And I can already tell you, I know this to be true. There's so many of us who have experienced so much. We have experienced so much hurt already in the beginning of 2022. We have experienced roadblock after roadblock after roadblock already in the beginning of 2022. We have experienced tough conversations. We have experienced, tears in the pillow. We have experienced not getting the promotion or getting the bonus that we wanted. We have experienced, kids acting up. We've experienced just unexpected things. And we're 3.5, 4 weeks in. This is the end of January. So we're just here in the first month. We got 12 more months to go. If you quit now, if you give up now, you will not obtain what it is that you set yourself out to do. You can't run with the mindset that you had in 2021. Now, I'm going to help you out. And this is what I did for everybody tonight. I put it into an athletic sense. If you have a steady walk, you can have that steady walk. And when you see the hurdle coming, and that hurdle could be, you'll see it coming. There's no sense in trying to run around the hurdle. Jump the hurdle. When you see that hurdle coming, you can shuffle your feet a little bit, just like the people do when they run that steeple race, that long race. They run that steeple race. They shuffle the feet a little bit and they jump the hurdle. You jump that hurdle and you keep moving forward. I'm just going to be honest with you. Life is going to happen. Life is going to come at you left, right. It's going to throw punches at you. Life is going to try to choke you out. Life is going to try to choke slam you. Life is going to take both of its fists and both of its feet, and it's going to pull one of those really cool, like action movie moves where they jump up and they just happen to hit you with both their feet at one time and then come forward and hit you in your chest with both. Life is going to do that to you. And when it does that to you, if you got to pause for a moment, that's okay, because you're going to feel the sting. I'm being honest with you. You're going to feel the sting. But I'm challenging you to keep that steady walk. You got to keep moving forward. Whatever you do, you don't let life stop you from moving forward. And I'm saying life right now because we say life happens, right? When something happens to us, life happens. It's either life happens or ish happens. Life happens, right? And when life happens to us, we have to happen to life. I want you to get to a place where you get that steady walk so smooth and so strong where you're not staggering, right? It's not a stagger where you're staggering side to side. Instead of it being a stagger side to side, it's just a nice smooth walk, a slow walk. That walk like you're a woman or a man with purpose and vision and determined to get to your goal. That's the type of walk that I need you to have. I need you to have that type of walk that when you look at the bank account and there's an unexpected expense and now you got more month than money, that it doesn't faze you. You got to let it roll off your back like water on a duck's back, right? You got to let it roll off of you. I want you to have that steady walk to the place where, if your car breaks down on you, You just kind of chuckle and shrug your shoulders like, well, we just got to get it fixed. You don't let it phase you. You don't let it take you off track. You don't let it distract you. You don't let it remove you from what it is that you know that you're supposed to be doing. Because there's something that you and you alone are supposed to do this year, and nobody else will be able to do it. And life is going to happen. I'm telling you. If I ever get on here and make it seem like life is gonna always be roses and sunshine and rainbows and candy, please blast me all over social media, because that is not the case. That is not the case at all. It's never going to be that way. And I appreciate every single one of you over on YouTube and Facebook, because you're listening and you're paying attention. And I want you to go ahead and I want you to take these things and I want you to apply them to your life. I appreciate all of you guys over here on Instagram, because you're listening. And I want you to take these nuggets and I want you to apply them to your life. Take the meat, leave the bones. I really wish that you guys were here with us at the Impact Rally. If you're in the Atlanta area, it's in downtown Duluth, and you want to attend, you can attend tomorrow. You just pay half price. We'd love to have you here. As a matter of fact, if you DM me fast enough, I might just let you come for free. Who knows? But there's such a strong lineup tomorrow that is going to pour into everybody, that everybody's going to walk away from here with so much. Man, listen. Normally, I'd have the nice little fancy lights and stuff. I'm chilling in my hotel room because I'm committed to this, and I'm dedicated to helping you change your mindset from just moving without intention to moving with purpose. I want to challenge you to move with purpose. Matter of fact, I see it. Thank you, Dance Hall Queens. I see you move with a purpose. Yeah, I want to challenge you to move with a purpose. This in this game called life, none of us are going to make it out alive. But I will tell you this, and this is a guarantee. Every single day you win. Whether you feel like you did or not, every single day you win. When you can make it back home and walk through your front door, when you can lay in your bed, you've won. When you can walk into your kitchen, walk into your bathroom, when you can breathe the air that's outside, you have won. If you look at the days that are tough as failures, that's when you start to lose. It's okay to have tough days. It's okay. It's absolutely okay. As a matter of fact, a good friend of mine, Miss Prep Body, she's got a hashtag show up. Even on your tough days, you got to show up. Whether that's showing up to get yourself in shape, or if it's showing up to get yourself in at work, showing up to deal with your kids, showing up to deal with your spouse, showing up to accomplish your goals, because you got goals. Oh, this is your year. And I'm not just saying that to be cliche, y'all. I'm not just saying that. I'm saying that because I know it to be true. The only way that this will not be your year is if you don't let it. You have the authority. You have the power. You have the ability to make the things happen that you want to see happen this year. Preparing for this Impact Rally, there has been challenge after challenge, pivot after pivot. And all I can do is just be like, God, you told me to do it, so it's got to happen. Did I want to throw in the towel? Did I want to quit? Did I want to back away from it at times? Yes, man. Doggone people. Doggone people. And I'm not saying it as in the people are bad. I'm saying it as in I love people so much, and I have such a desire and such a passion and such just an ambition to see people get to the next level and succeed, that it had to happen. If it didn't happen, I wouldn't be able to deal with myself. I wouldn't be able to sleep until I made it happen. And this is just the first of many. This is a season for each and every one of us to gird ourselves up, to galvanize that inner strength, to galvanize that new mindset you have, and continue on the steady walk. You got to have a steady walk. And that steady walk has got to be a walk with a purpose. That steady walk has got to be a walk with intention. That steady walk has got to be a walk saying, today is my day. Every day you get up, I want you to say, today is my day. Every single day. And when you lay down at night, before you close your eyes, no matter how the day went, you say, I own today. Today was my day. I guarantee you, if you do that for the next week, the next 2 weeks, the next 3 weeks, you're going to see a huge change in your life. You're going to see a huge change in your life. I'm telling you. And I see, oh yeah, that's right, Dancehall Queen. She said, all right, Dancehall Queen says, at Prep Body is an amazing woman. Love her so much. Hashtag family. That's right. Hashtag family. The Vibe Tribe. Making it happen. Let's go, you guys. Let's make it happen. Now, I have to finish getting myself ready for the rest of this Impacts rally, and I have some things that I got to do uh, to be so that I'm completely prepared for tomorrow. So tonight, I got on late, but listen, I'm staying committed, y'all. We committed to this thing. I'm on a steady walk. This 90-day challenge, it's a steady walk. We're gonna hit every day, and we have the rest of this month and the month of February left. Now, I will tell you this. Once the Impact Rally is over, we're starting Impact Academy, and I would love, 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 love for you to be a part of Impact Academy. If you are a person who is an entrepreneur, a professional, somebody who wants to get into speaking, coaching, mentoring, looking for a mentor or a coach, just somebody who is at that place where they're saying, you know what, I'm ready for impact. I'm ready to see my goals and my dreams and my aspirations come to fruition. That's what the Impact Academy is for. It's for that person who's like that. And I believe in you. Otherwise, I wouldn't jump on here and talk about it. You got to believe in yourself. And so, man, just think about what it is that you want this year. So I'm going to leave you with what is it that you want? And what does that walk look like for you to get to it? And do not quit. Do not give up. Do not throw in the towel. Do not throw your hands up in the air. Don't let your emotions take you away from it. As a matter of fact, do not get offended, because when you get offended at things, you off and end the process. Stick with the process. You have what it takes. I'm telling you, you absolutely have what it takes. It's all about having that steady walk. Now, tomorrow is day 2, and it's the last day of the Impact Rally for this session. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to come back on here and I'm going to have so much good stuff to share with each and every one of you. I can't wait to share it with you. We'll be able to post some more tomorrow. We have the videographers and everybody here. And so I'm hoping that you guys get a chance to see and experience. And man, listen, you are amazing. You are designed and built exactly for what it is that's happening right now. Whatever the hurt is, whatever the pain is, I need you to patch it up, okay? And I need you to start moving on that steady walk. It's going to start off and it's going to be a stagger, and that's okay. You just keep moving because you got goals, you got aspirations, you got dreams, you got things that you're going to do that you want to do. Then I want you to keep moving, because eventually that steady walk is going to go from a stagger to a nice smooth walk with purpose. And you keep walking with purpose. And at anytime, if you feel like you want to holler at the kids so you can get you need some gasoline pour back in there, let me be that gasoline that I can pour back into you. I got you. We could talk. We'll chop it up. And all I'm gonna tell you is get up off your butt and you see it. Go do something. All right. That's what it's all about. Go do something. Go out here and accomplish your dreams, accomplish your goals. Quit saying you'll do it tomorrow. Do it today. Why not? Quit saying that I don't have enough. You got more than enough. I'm a living example. Trust me. When I stepped in to do what I'm doing right now, I didn't have anything. It all came to fruition. It's all happening. It's all going on right now. And I'm sitting in the middle of it. Hey, listen. This is your boy Jarvis, man. I love y'all. I don't even have, I could run a commercial for you so that you can see, just get a glimpse of the speakers who are here at the Impact Rally. We're here now, and I would love for you to be a part of it. But if I run the commercial, then my friends over here on Instagram and Wisdom won't be able to see it. So I won't run any commercials tonight. Normally I would get us out of here with a song, but I'm not going to get us out of here with a song. Not tonight, man. I'm so fired up. I'm ready to go, man. I see you, Dance Hall. That's right. Focus. Focus, focus, focus. Hey, listen, to all my Wisdom family, to all my IG family, to my YouTube and my Facebook family, I love you guys, man. Like, subscribe, follow. I'll see y'all tomorrow. It's late, so if you're on the East Coast, go to bed. I'm not going straight to bed. I got stuff to do. But y'all go to bed, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right? I'll see y'all tomorrow. You said virtual. Dancehall, hit me up and I'll let you know how we get that set up. All right. Because there was a virtual component, there is a virtual component, and we can try to get that set up for you so you can see it. So I love you. Holla at you. This is your boy. Peace. Let's go.